Hello and welcome to
Tim
Talks.
Talks.
Hey, episode 10.
Yeah.
That's damn right.
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of talk in the industry.
Episode 11, by the way.
What?
Yeah.
I thought last week.
I'm
oh
kidding.
my god. We're recording this at 4:30. I do not have the patience.
I'm treading a very thin line currently.
Very. So
That's awesome.
we are talking about the difference in email verification versus email hygiene, and there seems to be a lot of confusion about what email hygiene actually is,
Right.
and why it's more than just verification.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that was a misstatement as well.
Yeah.
Tim, let's dive in.
Absolutely. So a big thing of what email verification does is just a simple SMTP ping to say, hey, is this email valid on this domain? Yes or no. That's all verification is. It just simply allows you as a marketer to identify whether or not the email that you're trying to send to, if it's valid. That's what you want to know.
So when you say SMTP, it's just a server handshake. There's no email actually sent.
Correct. There's no actual email sent. It's just saying, just a quick check where the verification company is doing the handshake with the domain to say, hey, nice to meet you. Is this email valid? Do you have this email active and valid on your domain? Yes or no? Please tell me. And then depending on how that domain is set up, they'll respond back with that yes or no response.
So that's pretty simple to understand.
Yeah.
Okay. What is email hygiene then?
So email hygiene is a lot of ways that you can look at it, but it's just the simple detection of threats that are in your email list. So email hygiene is the actual process of identifying different types of threats like spam traps, bots, moles, complainers, anything that would derail your email marketing outreach. That's what email hygiene is, which is different than email verification.
So how does it go about doing this? It's not doing a server handshake with these suspicious emails, potentially suspicious emails.
Right.
So what's behind the scenes?
So behind the scenes on what email hygiene does is it's actually identifying the passive and active threats of spam traps, of bots, and it's compiling that database and identifying those. So you can do that as a marketer, you could do that yourself. So you could compile your own list of active spam traps and bots that you know that you've already sent to. But what you want to do is identify that before you ever hit that send button.
Right, because you don't want to burn out your IP.
Exactly. You don't want
those
to
are
hurt.
expensive.
You don't want to hurt your sender score, tarnish your brand and things like that, because that's how you end up on a block list. Nobody wants that.
Yeah. So are there many companies on the market that do email hygiene?
No, there's a few. There are a few, but not that do a really deep dive and understanding of what is behind an email address. Because the crazy part about like spam traps and a lot of these bots and the fraudulent type of emails, they're all valid. They're going to deliver. So when you run just a verification test on it to say, hey, is this email valid? You're definitely going to get a response back of, yep.
You can go ahead and
Go ahead and send to it. But that doesn't do you any good because now you've just validated a spam trap and you send to it and then you get in trouble.
Right.
So what you want to do is identify it beforehand so you can not send to that potentially bad email.
Right.
Yeah.
So then that goes into saying this is all an automated process. I'm assuming that Webbula will filter. Does it delete these emails from your list?
Absolutely not. No.
Okay.
So the whole process of what you're wanting to do is just simply identify the different types of threats. And then you as an organization or a company would then decide what you want to do with those emails. The idea of scrubbing or cleaning or deleting it shouldn't be in any company's nature to do that. And it definitely isn't in Webbula's. It's 100% just the opportunity to identify anything that you have as a potential threat, return the results back to that customer or the company, and then let them decide how they would like to take action on those emails that have now been flagged and identified as risky or threats or are valid.
So how many filters does Webbula use, or what kind of threats? Like, there's about 50?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right about 50. different types of threats, and it ranges everything from a complainer, emails that have been bought and sold on the dark web, to U.S. government banned emails and domains, to phishing emails, malicious moles, emails that have been deactivated and then reactivated as a spam trap. I mean, there's a whole lot. Disposable domains. You've got everything from emails that belong to deceased individuals. So these are just all types of different threats that can wind up in your list that you as a marketer, you've done a good job, but they wind up because you've got bad actors that are out there that like to think it's funny, or they want to harm a company. So they just send that bot out to crawl the web and just enter in that email in any form you can. And most companies, they have a simple CAPTCHA or a simple SMTP ping where they're doing simple verification to identify, hey, is this email good or not? Of course, it's going to come back saying, yes, this is good.
Right.
These bots are sophisticated enough they can get around CAPTCHA or reCAPTCHA, and they're really good at doing that. So you as a marketer, as an individual, you've done nothing wrong. It's not your fault because you've got some checks and processes in place, but you need that extra layer of what we call email hygiene, which is threat detection, to take it to that next level, to weed all that out from the very beginning, or clean up, identify a list that you already have so you can weed those out on your own.
So it sounds like a really lucrative business to go through forms, put on complainer emails without the marketer even knowing, and unbeknown to them, they send to a complainer who then reports them to the FTC, which our last episode, we talked all about GDPR. What was that? A £20 million fine, or 4% of your company's revenue.
Yep, for the previous year,
So does email hygiene pay for itself? Is it a worthy investment?
100%.
What about email verification? Should people do email verification?
100%. You should do both. But it's up to you as an organization on how much risk you're willing to take on. So I always err on the side of caution of implement the best and then pare down from there. But some companies, they like to fly by the seat of their pants and only want to do verification. And that's perfectly fine, but
until it gets you.
Until it gets you, and it'll always get you at some point.
And you're my stats man. So what's the ROI on email marketing?
Email marketing pays $38 per dollar spent.
So a couple bucks here and there for email verification, email hygiene definitely helps that ROI.
Yeah. So you're looking at, if you spend $2,000-$3,000 cleaning up or identifying threats in an email list, you can expect a $38 per dollar spent ROI, which is pretty good.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad at all.
Which, where Webbula just released a new self-signup platform.
Yeah.
Which you can test out our platform for free with 100 credits.
Yeah.
For enterprise users, get in touch with Tim. He'll help you out.
Be happy to.
Yeah. For all your other data needs, visit Webbula.com. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
See you next time.